In the last video, we created the navigation menu. Now let's give our users somewhere to navigate to by setting up the Products app and loading in some products. I'll start by copying in the collection of product images. We pruned these from a dataset at kaggle.com, which is a great provider of free sample data for use in all sorts of industries. For you, the files are located at the link on this video page, but I've downloaded them already, so I'm going to select them all and drag and drop them into the media folder. Now let's create the Products app using Python 3 manage.py start app products. Of course, I'll also need to add this app to installed apps in settings.py. And with that done, we need to make a folder called Fixtures inside the Products app. Fixtures are used to load data very quickly into a Django database, so we don't have to do it all manually in the admin. I'm going to drag and drop a couple of JSON fixture files in here, one for categories and one for products. These fixture files, also available at the link on this page, will be used to create all of the products for our store. If you look at the products fixture file, for example, you'll see it contains several fields like SKU, description, name, and so on. In fact, let's copy this and use an online JSON formatter to get a better look. A good one as of this recording is jasonformatter.org, but if that's not available, you should be able to easily find another one by just Googling for JSON formatter. If I paste in the products fixture, you'll see that each item has a primary key, the model it'll use, and the value of each of the fields in the model. You can also see each one has a category ID, which refers to the primary key of one of the categories in the other fixture file. When we use these fixtures, we'll first create the categories and then the products, since Django will need to know which category each product goes in. With the fixture files in place and the product app created, we need to create some models for the fixtures to go in. I'll start with the category model, which will give our products a category like clothing, kitchen and dining, or deals. And that'll inherit from models.model. This model is quite simple. All it contains is a name, which is a character field that represents the programmatic name, and we'll give that a max length of 254. And a friendly name, which will make that name a little bit more friendly looking for the front end. And this will also have a max length of 254. And we'll make it null equals true and blank equals true so that the friendly name is optional. If you look at bed and bath in the categories fixture, for example, you'll see the friendly name is a bit nicer, but the name field gives us a programmatic way to find it in things like views and other code. We'll also create a string method here, which takes in the category model itself and just returns self.name. I'm also going to make a quick model method here, which is the same thing as the string method, except this one is going to return the friendly name if we want it. So return self.friendlyname. The product model isn't much more complex other than just having a few more fields. The first field is a foreign key to the category model. We'll allow this to be null in the database and blank in forms, and if a category is deleted, we'll set any products that use it to have null for this field rather than deleting the product. The rest of the fields are pretty straightforward, so let's paste those in from the completed project. Each product has a SKU, a name, and a description. And it's also got a couple of decimal fields for price and rating, and an image URL and an image field. As usual, the string method will just return the product's name, so I'll copy that from the category model. And it's worth noting what we're requiring here. Each product requires a name, a description, and a price, but everything else is optional. Let's do a dry run of make migrations and see if everything is good to go. And see, this is why a dry run is nice, since we can identify any potential issues before making any changes to our project at all. It looks like we need pillow in order to use the image field, so I'll install that here with pip3 install pillow, and then try again. And everything looks good this time, so let's go ahead and make those migrations. Now I'll run migrate with the plan flag to make sure there aren't any issues with my models. And that looks good, so let's migrate. By the way, you'll notice I didn't specify the products app when I migrated, and that's because by using the plan flag, I could already see that there were no changes to any other models, so applying all the migrations is okay. It's worth mentioning though that if you're not going to use the plan flag, you should specify the specific app that you're migrating so you don't unintentionally apply migrations from other apps. So now let's register the product model in the admin so we can see it. I'll go to admin.py and import the product model, and then register it with admin.site.register product. And we might as well import and register the category model here too, just in case we need it. So we've got our models created, our fixtures ready to go, our product images uploaded, and our migrations applied. The only thing left to do is actually use these fixtures. I'll do that using a new manage.py command, python3 manage.py load data. And like I said, we'll start with categories since the products need to know which category to go in. Looks like it was successful. It created our 9 categories. So now let's create the products. And just like that, we have 172 products fully loaded, complete with images, categories, names, descriptions, prices, and ratings. To confirm, let's go to the admin and check out a product. You can see the category's name here, and clicking the edit button will show us both its programmatic name and its friendly name. And we can also view and modify these categories in the admin or add others down the road. We can also see the name, description, price, and other fields are filled in, and the image works too since the file name in the fixture matches what's in the media folder. We'll customize this in a little bit, but for now let's commit our changes and push to GitHub. In the next video, we'll customize the admin slightly, set up the first of our product views, and get the foundation of the products page underway.